Okay, when we were talking before we got going, you told me that you have recently been at conferences in Brazil and elsewhere
Absolutely.
that deal with this whole issue of the right to water. And I want you to tell us basically how people are confronting interference with their right to water and what they think about it and what they're doing about it. Because I think that's an important struggle to understand, and then we can get into here in the United States and elsewhere how it's working.
Sure. So when we speak about human rights, we speak about the human need. What is it we need to sustain a certain level of life or to remain alive? And water is one of those things that we need, right? But access to water has been limited for many reasons, mostly because of profit and the greed of a few corporations and governments who aren't addressing the needs of its people. So in Brazil, in March, from March 18th through the 23rd, there was a big forum called the World Water Forum, where corporations come together along with governments, and they figure out basically how they can make more money off of water by selling it to people in many different forms. So you had companies like Pepsi, you had companies like Coca-Cola, Ambev, all these large corporations, Nestle's is there, figuring out how they can increase their profits, how they can get governments to open up their rivers and streams to allow them to take more water. At the same time, folks decided we need to organize social movements around the world to fight back. So they organized the Alternative Forum on the Right to Water in Brazil from March 17th through the 22nd, intentionally organizing that forum to start before the World Water Forum and to end before, so that they could be sort of agitational, for lack of a better word.
And to offer an alternative idea of
Absolutely.
how to go about it.
Exactly. So this was organized by many of the social movements, some of the biggest in Brazil, including one that you see me wearing a hat from the movement of people affected by dams in Brazil. They go by the name of MABI, which is an acronym for that group. And MABI was one of the key groups organizing this because they've been affected by this water issue. But you also, they invited the international community. So you had folks from Sri Lanka, folks from Lagos, you had folks from Greece, folks from Italy, from all over the world who were struggling for access to water for various reasons.